that I look around and I discover both journalists and their friends and their security were all seated. And I told chairman, I said, I have security as part of your NUJ. He said, don't worry, we know them ourselves. So chairman, thank God you have the list of all NUJ members. And also I'm sure in that list you have 2 former and present members too. At least for the now. And so that you are checking the list. Look at their names. So. They are not paying check-up. I want to on a serious thank all of you for another great day today. It will have been yesterday, but you know we are very religious here, and we decided I will make it today, 21st of December. And as it's happening, it will be happening like this. So
No, it's not nice. It's funny.
Hello? Come, you start microphone, eh? That microphone do not need for anybody to shift. So far there's move. Don't worry, I'll give you one digital microphone so that you invest in your business.
Thank you, sir.
So, yeah. And when I give you, always use it when you go for business so that people can be patronizing you. So when they patronize you, people don't work like this, they don't carry it again. That's why I want to give you that digital microphone. New digital microphone don't need people to start shooting. You saw our campaign. So you saw our the crowd to move, use the mic. Hello? So I want to thank you this morning for making a point of duty again. I use the word duty because we all come together a day like this to commune together. Not because we don't have food to eat at home or we don't have anything doing. No, we are making it a point of duty that we all come together to share love and share friendship. I'm sure when we gathered this morning and we started exchanging pleasantly, there are some of us that we have not seen each other for the past 1 year, 2 months, 3 months, and a time to exchange greetings and to know how we are all feeling. So if that is the only thing we have achieved, I think we have achieved a lot of things. And for us to also share the little we have together, that is the love that God has asked us to consistently obey. Love your neighbor as yourself. If you have to, give one. If your neighbor is hungry and you have plenty to throw away, then you are not obeying the commandment. So what we have just done this morning, and as we have always done, is to share friendship. And for me, it's a continuous relationship and bonding between the journalist profession and me, that is associate journalist. I'm an associate journalist. Because I've always said it without hiding that God helped me, but God used a journalist to save my life in Bushra prisons. You can see why I cannot but always attach myself with that profession, because somebody had the courage to use his pen to write, to say you have released every other person, but there are still these ones in so prisons. And the military denied, but the guy was consistent, Jacob. That is his name. And at the end of the day, they discovered we were those that were abandoned in Bushra prisons. And we were eventually released. If I was not released that time, you can imagine where I would have been, maybe 6 feet. So I need us to take lessons from this. Let's use our biro to do justice to things. Don't compromise. Don't compromise. And I like quoting Adanso Shomole when I talk. He said, when we visited him in Iyamu, the governor and I and all of us, a journalist asked him, your brother has come to the stage with you on this Salah day. What do you have to say about his coming? These what we are hearing about the prostitute relationship. I say, you see, you journalists are the one that caused this problem. How can my own brother and my son and my family come to greet me and you are talking about that? Asked that question that he attacked. So now play back what he said earlier and now play what he was now saying. And let the people now be the one to judge who is the one causing problem. Is it the journalist or him? When you play the two things, that is what they call investigative journalism. The man said something yesterday accusing you. He now said something confirming what you asked him. You play the two of them. That is what it should be. Because when we don't do that, they continue to accuse us as the one causing the trouble. Whereas you are not reporting what you know is happening. And if you don't report it the way you should report it, you become the person that they accuse for promoting disunity or crisis. So I want to thank all of you, and please remember, this year, like we all said, for me it was a great year that we will never forget in our life. The year that the whole world stood still. The whole economy of the world stood still. The whole world is fighting another world war that does not need bullets and does not need ammunition, does not need all the missiles of this world. But a war that all of us have now been asked to be holding marks and wearing masks, and deaths are recorded. I watched CNN yesterday. The level of casualty is more than when the war was fought. That is 2020. When I was in university, when I was asked as the president of NANS to join Vision 2020, we said we will not join the military because we don't believe in the military. Though Shomole joined them and became member of Vision 2020 by Abacha then. And that is what differentiates comrades and come and read. Comrades will not join military that will say no. But come and read will join a military government that is illegitimate. And also, a democratic leader will not run out of the country and be in exile and be throwing stone and call himself leader of Democrats. Whereas we that are here with Ganifa and inhaling tear gas, being arrested, being molested, and detained, are still alive, and somebody somewhere is calling himself leader of democracy. Thank God Edo people rejected them and told them that we, Edo, no be Lagos. And Edo cannot be Lagos. but Lagos can be Edo because we go back to Lagos. It is time to let these people know. It is time to let these people know that we determine what happened not only in our state but in our country. It is time to let them know. The likes of Tinubu cannot say he's a leader of Democrat when he ran away out of the country and was in purported exile. He can't say he's a leader of Democrat. He can't. And I challenge him anytime to come out and let us debate and let us list those that fought for the democracy that we have today. Let him come out. So they should stop youth. Come out. This character like this should not be allowed to make statement on our behalf. We are not in a dictatorial period. We are in a democratic system where our voice must be heard and we must take decisions. We are no longer leaders of tomorrow. We are leaders from now. Youth, today, our leadership starts today, not tomorrow. These characters cannot continue to recycle themselves and tell us we are leaders of tomorrow. No, enough is enough. They destroy our generation. Our grandparents repaired this country. Those days, the issues that were canvassed by youth were issue of meals. You remember how it was go? These characters finished school, and the issue was whether they will get 2-bedroom flat or 3-bedroom flat or Peugeot 404 or B2 car for being a graduate. That was what they inherited. Today, we are bringing out chunk of graduates. No work. We are not even talking about which vehicle do we give to them, which car do we give to them, which apartment do we give to them. They came, they ate everything, broke all the plates, and they still want to continue. Who will not allow them? Who will not allow them? Some of us are now in the system. We will use the system to pull all of them out. Because we need a change in this country. We cannot be, nobody can continue to govern us and think we are fools. We are not. We are not fools. Because if we don't change the system, if we don't change our mindset of what government is all about, and these characters do not also change to know that leadership is all about sacrifice, then all of us will continue to think we are mumu. And we have seen the last election showed that our mumu don't do. People brought money. They said federal might. They brought money. They did everything. Some of us that could not resist the money, we collected the money, but we still voted against them. That is the new Nigeria. That is the new Nigeria. And what has happened in Edo State is what will be replicated in 2023 in this country. So let them, if they like, let them, instead of facing governance, be talking about 2023. Instead of facing insecurity, be talking about 2023. We don't know whether they will get to 2023. We don't know who will get to 2020. Instead of all of us to come together to see how we can salvage our country, to see how we can deal with this economic issue, to see how we can think out of the box, to deal with issues post COVID-19. They are all talking about 2023. The joy I have is that we have a governor of Edo State that does not think of the next election but the next generation. And that is what leadership should be. That is what leadership should be. So, gentlemen, I thank you all today. Don't forget, Nigeria is our country. Edo is our own. We have the right to do what we want to do, to change leadership when leadership are irresponsible. And we also have the character, we have the will to also sustain a leadership that has shown character and shown leadership. That is what you people did in September 19th. September 19th is just a stepping stone to actually changing what will happen next. Because if you don't do it, you will continue to lament. And I don't think any of us in Nigeria now is ready to lament again. The EndSARS, any person that is in leadership that have not thought deep, your thinking has not gone so deep to know that EndSARS was a signal for you to behave, then that person does not have brain. Because if you don't take the impulse of what has happened to research deeply, to know what these young men and women wanted, then that means you are not fit to be in leadership. Insecurity in our country, and we are talking about prosperity. How can prosperity come when those that are supposed to invest their funds and are afraid to bring their investment? The time has come for leadership to think. A leadership that does not think Nigeria will never vote for them again. That is what a good election has shown. And to some characters that are still making noise in Edo State, this message is to them. You tried it before the election, and during the election, it did not work. You were boasting. Instead of telling us what you will do if you win, you were boasting that when you win, you will deal with people. You were boasting that when you win, some people will run out of the country. You were boasting that when you win, some people's houses will be turned to golf extension houses. While the governor was thinking on how to deal with the economy, and where the economy, the state already saw that a second recession was coming, and we already planned ahead of that second recession, you were planning on how to destroy. You even went burning markets. You even threatened to burn all our legacy projects. You even attempted to burn the stadium. There is a legacy project not only for this country and for this state, but for the country. Let me tell you, if God is with us, no man, whether two-time governor, former chairman of any national party, whether former secretary of any state, whether anything you are, you cannot. We are fired up. We are fired up to provide leadership for that movement that will sustain legacy of making a Nigeria that is of our dream come to pass. And nobody, if we did not die during the military era, we cannot die during democracy. Because we fought for this democracy, we didn't fight it for lunatics to take over. We fought for this democracy to have a change where our wealth can be redistributed, where Nigeria can be true Nigeria that is the most black and the populous black nation in the world, where Nigeria will take its leadership in Africa and as the only African country that can match head to head with all the G8s of the world. That is what we fought for. We did not fight for characters to come and tell us that they are leaders of Democrat and they'll be staying in their apartment to say reject somebody from another state. That itself was dictatorial. Even the military did not do that. So you can imagine between those that are dictators and those that call themselves Democrat. And that is why in their state, you can see what happens there. For us in Edo State, we have fought Godfather to stand still. They have been buried and they will never bring their heads again. Never. So I want to thank you. I am fired up this morning. I don't know about you, but the way I feel about my state and my country is such that we must not lament again. We must come out to contribute our own quota, and we must not allow ourselves to be commodity for destruction. Because they come and buy you, they believe you have a price, and you know the only thing that have price is commodity. No human being should make himself a commodity. This last election, some of us did that. Please, when you become a commodity, you are turning the clock of development backward. But when you become a progressive, collect this money, they stole it, vote against them for a better state and for a better country. When you do that, I can tell you, we will all be happy with our state, we will all be happy with our country. we will not be calling one leader as our problem, because the problem too is us. And the only way we can exonerate ourselves is when we don't take those money they come to bribe us and do the wrong thing. If you cannot resist it, collect it and do the will of the people. And when you do that, Nigeria will be a better place for all of us. I want to thank all of you and to let you know Anuta Continua victory is obviously there for all of us. God bless you all. Merry Christmas and an happy New Year.
Thank you so very much, Your Excellency. Let us put our hands together for the citizens of Government.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. And also press this bell icon.